My big career began in 1988 with Indorama Fertilizer. Business was well grown, year on year, 12 to 18% year on year basis. I was pivotal in successful merger of Indorama Fertilizer as Aditya Birla Group. ESG and environment issue is the most crucial concern. So I certainly appreciate the effort made by WDC.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the esteemed FaceTime with Leaders, an initiative by World Development Corporation. My name is Taneol, and I'm the anchor at World Development Corporation. FaceTime with Leaders is a platform for industry veterans to come together to share their knowledge, thoughts, ideas, and best practices with one another, as well as with upcoming industry leaders. In a nutshell, we attempt to encapsulate the multi-decadal learnings of all our industry stalwarts. We hope that by conducting these FaceTime with Leader interviews, we can bring together a global community of eminent personalities. By bringing together such personalities in one platform, we hope to play a part in inspiring the lives of other leaders. Great learnings from great leaders undoubtedly assist everyone, right? They help us to identify, nurture, and work on trade secrets that have already proven a success formula for so many. And this is what we aim for with these sessions by making them a gathering of industry stalwarts and a knowledge sharing community. We have one such industry title and veteran on FaceTime with Leaders with us today, Mr. Awadhesh Kumar Srivastava. We welcome you on the show, sir.
Thank you.
He has an exceptional career spanning more than 3.5 decades, marked by strategic leadership, business development, and operational excellence in the fertilizer and agri business sector. Currently serving as the Vice President of Marketing at Indorama India Private Limited, he oversees a thriving business with a turnover exceeding 1,500 crore. With a proven track record, he possesses a holistic skill set encompassing strategic management, sales, marketing, corporate governance, and team management. A recipient of various accolades, he has been recognized for his outstanding performance, receiving awards like the Chairman Distinguished Achiever Award and the Best Marketing Officer Award. So, sir, our viewers would like to know in brief about your career journey so far.
Well, Tana, I think the way you are introducing are very exciting, and I will try to make it excited as you have made it as an introduction. So great. So thank you very much once again to giving me this opportunity to share my journey as well as business thought for evolving business landscape as a whole, especially in fertilizer and agribusiness in India as a whole in the world. So after completion of my master, specialized in agriculture agronomy, my big career began in 1988 with Indorama Fertilizer and Aditya Birla Company. As a marketing officer trainee, I was posted in the one of the remotest place of India as Sahasa in the Bihar. So career started from that place. So it's always good to start from the remotest place, and then you can enjoy the later on your journey. Initially, Indorama Fertilizer was set up for manufacturing of urea in 1988 with the investment of about 700 crore and involved in manufacturing and marketing of urea. The brand was Shaktiman. My career span was very diverse in terms of portfolio and position I hold. I will share my journey in 3 steps. It will be easy to understand to viewers as well as you also. So there are 3 parts, I would say. One is field role to middle management role. Another is senior management role that's contain the product development as a SVU head, as a vertical head. And third one is senior leadership and executive role where I have been in the later half of my career. So I will briefly touch all these tenure within a few minutes. So it will give you a glimpse of my experience and achievement during that point of time. During field and middle management role, it was time to learn and contribute to creating the product demand, setting up customer base and demand generation, and brand building. In rural marketing, brand building and demand generation was most focus area. It was aimed to have impact at all the stakeholder. Demand generation and brand building was done through various activities, namely like farmer training program, local excitement as kabaddi, wrestling, cycle race in the school, eye camp, health camp, animal vaccinations, entertainment with the local folk. That's called as a song like Kajri, Birha, audiovisual aids, elephant processions, or and outdoor painting, etc. So this was all about several modes were there where brand building and things were being done at that level. These activities were focused on existing customer as well as a futuristic consumer in the mind also. As I mentioned that उस समय के जो किसान थे उनको रखा था ध्यान में, और जब हम स्कूल में जो काम करते थे where you are putting the things in the schools, that was having the futuristic approach of the future consumer. So that was the time when we have built up the brand. Through these activity, within 2-3 year span of time, Shaktiman Urea brand have become a most popular brand and first choice among the farmers and trade mind in our operating geography. So that was my beginning, and we have enjoyed that moment and that period. Then next journey, next period was when I become little older, I would say little experienced. Then I have got the opportunity to serve as a senior management role. That was a launch of agrochemical business, product development as a SBU head and vertical head. It was time to expand the business from fertilizer to agri business company. Earlier, we have started the fertilizer only. Then it was the time after 7-8 years after that, it was vision that we should expand the business. With this vision, with the business of having the business, future business in mind, our vision was बुआई से कटाई तक संपूर्ण कृषि समाधान. A complete solution provider from sowing to harvesting to the farmers. In this role, I was responsible for agrochemical verticals, in which new product development, procurement, formulations, logistic and supply, negotiation with national and multinational companies, alliance with multinational companies like Syngenta, Monsanto, FMCs, and UPL. This has resulted into our agrochemical business have reached from scratch to about 100 crore within 2 to 3 years span of time. So that was my second listing. And third, where we have been doing since last 15 to 18 years, that was the senior leadership role and executive role. So having all those experience, I was given the responsibility to, and I have served about 45 to 50% of India's fertilizer market from north to northeast, with handling of about 1.2 million tons of fertilizers per annum. I was involved in this time in strategic decision, business operation, policy formulation, joint venture, alliances, merger and acquisition, cost optimization, profit and loss, corporate governance, statutory compliances, developing the marketing strategy, market expansion from one geography to another geography, ensure the product launches are go through, brand building gets strengthened further for new products as well as sustain the old one, mother brand. I was massively looking at the entire network of the channels, distribution management, appointment of channels, expansion in different geography, performance evaluations of the network, warehousing, customer retentions, cost reduction and debt reduction. And I was looking after about 500 of net channels network, that was 350, about 350 of the wholesalers and 200 of about service centers. During this period, we have been successfully expanded the business from northeast to new market, as well as we have seen the untapped market has also covered, because over a period of time, it is always not possible that each and every corner has been covered by a company. So we have also gone through the untapped area in the existing geography. So Tarun, this was my three-part rule, I would say. So I hope I am able to clear all what you have asked.
Absolutely, sir. So our next question is, what do you consider to be your biggest professional achievement and why?
Okay, great. I think I have covered few up, but still I would like to mention these are few. That is one of thing. I have handled about 1,500 crore of fertilizer business, including this fertilizer, pesticide, seeds, with as I mentioned, 7,500 of the retail outlet and wholesalers, farm advisory services, with sales of about 1.25 million tons of urea, NPK, fertilizer, and fertilizer grade. One of the new product we have launched, Vardhan called as a fertilizer grade based on crop-based nutrient fertilizer. That's we have developed. As a SUV head, a business started from scratch, and within 3 years of time, it has crossed 100 crores of business. That has added value to the expansion of the product portfolio to the company. I had got the opportunity to negotiate with the national and multinational supplier for technical and bulk. Negotiation with the all technical supplier, making the costing, formulation, pricing, planning, sales and logistic of pesticide. As a business head of agrochemical, business was well grown. Year on year, 12 to 18% year on year basis, against the comparison of industry norm of 8 to 15% year on year. So that was another achievement. I was pivotal in successful merger of Indogol Fertilizer as Aditya Birla Group company with the Indorama India Private Limited. It has happened. Indorama India Private Limited is the formerly known as a Tata and HLL Group company for making the DAP, producing the DAP, and we were the Indogol Fertilizer was the urea manufacturer. So this was the very synergy merger. Apart from having the urea manufacturing, we got this merged with the identity of DAP and PK and all those things with the Indorama. So we have become a very big player, about 3 million tons of producer as an Indorama fertilizer company, hovering the turnover of about 7,000 crore across all over the company. So that way it was the merged identity in 2022. I have a very pivotal role to smooth transition of all the stakeholders across geography, be it team, be it process, channels, vendors, government, compliances, of all the strategic requirement, by maintaining a business continuity, even without disturbance or a single day, a single week. This is one of the most successful merger in recent history, Indian history, of fertilizer and agribusiness sector. It was well possible by taking care of employee and other stakeholders' interests like their facilities, no forced attrition, optimization of merge identity resources, and many more. So that was the another good experience which we have as against the merger acquisition success rate of 70 to 80% worldwide. You might be aware about that. So in India, we have, it was the way, there was in the past, there was a several merger acquisition, but this was one of the most successful in agri sector, biggest merger where we have played a pivotal role and got succeeded. Third one is, as I mentioned, that we have started from the very beginning of the product launching. So significant contributed in launching. We have launched a seeding program for any new product. We start with the seeding program. Thereby, by doing all those things which we have mentioned earlier, Shaktiman Urea become a premium marketing brand and market leader across geography. So where we have also contributed heavily to making the brand for which we are cherishing till date. Talking to the team and people will not be have a less importance. Faster execution and get the thing done on the line of various initiative taken on time to time through involvement of team and people while considering business objective in the mind. So our team, we have run together. We have taken the team in all the endeavor what company and organization have looked for. So this was all about my, I would say, the achievement briefly.
So what are some learnings you have collated from your 36-year-long career?
Okay, Tanay, good. I think a good question. So I will certainly share my learning. Lots of learnings are there, but I would focus on few which I feel is still important and will remain continue in the future also, in spite of change, lots of changes. So I mentioned that brand. The brand is the utmost priority. Creating the brand is the utmost priority. Our focus is not only limited with the product and services, and this is the remain core. Services or product तो आपको देना ही देना at any point of time. It is the minimum requirement. It contain not only product and services, but your personal and individual own traits as an individual for your own or your people. Process and system, commitment to handle evolving business challenges, branding of your stakeholder, so that they feel proud to be associated with you and your organization. In our cases, we have the experience, last 35 years, we have the second to third generation channels are associated with us and they feel proud. They feel that we are associated with Indogol Fertilizer and they got the lots of privilege in the marketplace. They lots got the privilege in other companies also. So that's where the brand which we have built up and people, that brand was not limited with the product and all those things. This makes our brand as a premium further in the mind of all the stakeholders and have edged over competitors at the marketplace. That was about the brand which I learned, that the brand is one of the important things which everyone should maintain. Another thing, in entire process, I always believe that innovation and upgradation is important for any organization. It is important for organization constantly review the product, services, and portfolio considering the evolving businesses, customer and market needs. We have introduced many products and services like customized grade fertilizer. As I mentioned, this is the fertilizer which is based on a particular crop. We provide the particular nutrients of that particular, like wheat की बात करते हैं तो wheat में what are the nutrients is required. So that we have developed. Agrochemical, as we have mentioned, we have entered in the seeds and plant nutrient businesses to fulfill the customer and business requirement. As I mentioned, बुआई से कटाई तक संपूर्ण कृषि समाधान. So these were the things which we have included in our innovation and upgradation of the new things. That's why it has makes us more relevant till last 35 years. Third one is commitment to drive and execution of vision and mission of the organization. As a leader, we have drive many times from the front at initial stage and must have overview monitoring during progress stage. आपने एक बार शुरुआत करी, then you cannot leave it. You have to first drive, then you have to monitor and have an overview during product progress or business progress, and overview on later part. As an executive, as a leader, you have to, starting with the product, you have to have you have to drive from the front, then you have to monitor during progress, and followed by you have to have an overview to how the business is sustainable. We have taken two most sought operation, starting of agrochemical business, as I mentioned, and established Vardhan brand of customized fertilizer, great introduction, and we take it up at the next level. So this was about the innovation. As I mentioned, we have considered people are assets. I personally believe having a team of about 125 people, a senior manager, field manager to senior management, key mantra of the team management is to respect the individual strength. But I personally firmly believe, as every individual has something special in them, build up their capacity strength by strength, clear and transparent communication, encourage innovation and reward to merit. Execution of policies, get the thing done, was a hallmark in my one of the biggest professional achievement, I would say. During my tenure at the various role, our each team member have got significantly, either by promotion, either by upgradation, either by increment, either by different type of reward and recognition. So that's the core of my heart for the team. So that I believe that team is the assets, and we must get the thing done by strength to strength. And another thing very important at the senior level, respect the law of the land, corporate governance, environment production. We have strictly followed rules and law under various sections, provision applicable to the business required. So this was all about my learning and what you have asked.
So how and when did you develop an interest in ESG and corporate governance?
Okay, good, Tanay. So I think by knowing the fact, everybody know what is happening around the environment and all those things. Recently, I would mention two data which helped me to further strengthen my belief and involve in ESG as well as corporate governance. If you go in the current, I have gone through this Harvard one of the report. In light of growing concern on environment and its impact on GDP, mentioned in the recent study by Harvard Business Institute that increase of 1 degree Celsius of temperature since 1962 to 2023. Increased temperature have impact 12% of GDP on lower side. You can imagine how it has impact. It's not visible all the time. 12% of GDP impact on the lower side, 1 degree increase of the temperature since last 1960 to 23. And it's a 12% is a normal, while it is varying from 12 to 15% also. So you can imagine how this we are talking about the business growth and all those things. Once growth is there, why the people are not looking that part, that whatever we are growing, it's going to the losing the speed. So that is one. Another thing, air pollution contributed about an 8.1 million death worldwide in 2021. In India, it is about 2.1 million, and in China, it is about 2.3 million people have lost their life because of air pollution. India and China accounts about 54% of global death due to air pollution. So now we can understand the severity of this situation. Hence, ESG and environment issue is the most crucial concern to human and world community being talked at all the level. Therefore, we as a corporate leader must have focus on it. This is about the ESG as you have asked. As far as corporate governance is concerned, in our current operation of corporate governance and statutory requirement, we have encountered about 15 statutory requirements. Few are Fertilizer Control Order, Essential Commodity Act, shop and establishment, labor law, legal metrology, licenses from state and municipal laws, was desired to do the business with multiple implications. So it has given us opportunity to deal with it. So in both cases, ESG I have mentioned, as well as corporate governance we have mentioned.
As an ESG and corporate governance expert, what values do you bring to the table?
Okay. So in continuity, what we have mentioned, Tanay, by knowing the fact to sustain natural environment, it is important that organization and leader must actively involve to save the soil, control air pollution and water pollution. We will ensure, along with business growth, environment, and social responsibility must simultaneously run together. Being the manufacturing unit of urea and chemical fertilizer, we have to be very careful for environment and social obligation. There are various checks and balances through various audit and clearances in place in different specification. Our manufacturing unit have about 60 to 70% of green belt. Plant is covered about 1200 of acre, and out of that 60 to 70% under green belt. Natural habitats and birds are stays there. So that is the beauty of our plant and environment we have maintained at our plant. Even then, not only we are only limited our plant. Being as a chemical fertilizer company supplier, we have trained and educated large number of farmer group use only balanced use of fertilizer and agrochemical in the field to avoid the harmful impact of soil and soil fertility and productivity of the land. Water conservation through various modes. Irrigation, water spray with the drone in orchard, vegetable and flower crop flowers. We have the process to saving the water through water harvesting. We as a Indigo Fertilizer, we as a company, as an individual, we participate in the tree plantation drive every year in July, August with the help of the state government, and we participate in that. So this is the way how we have we are participating to the environmental. ESG and as I mentioned, ESG and CSR together can further strengthen to achieve the ESG objective. We are actively involved in CSR activities like medical camp in rural area, vocational training, sanitations, repairing and maintenance of the school infrastructure, water supply to rural area, and crop enhancement practices. So this was all about how we have developed the interest in the ESG. And in personal level for this CSR activity, I am personally involved, associated with the Helpage India, Akshay Patra, Site Savers, and Narayan Seva Sasthan. Apart from the organization, this is my personal involvement. As far as corporate governance is concerned, I strongly believe that law of the land and statutory compliance must be strictly followed by individual as well as organization, with objectivity to have about 100% of compliance of various section of corporate governance laid down by the government, SAP of the organization, and various internal and external committee pertaining to the different function, as it saves lots of productive time and energy. Through proactive approach and regular alert monitoring and action thereafter, it was well managed. And I am happy to share that there was no major or serious non-compliance in our entire career, even by having more than 15 statutory compliances. So that was the commitment we have about the ESG and corporate governance.
So, what are some of the most remarkable changes you have seen in your field with respect to changes in technology? And what changes do you expect to see with the advent of all these new technologies like AI, ML, blockchain, cloud, digital twin, big data, Web 3.0? I mean, the list can go on, right?
Well, Tanay, I think technology is now have touched everything, and nothing is left today, at least. So we as a industry, as a individual, as a organization, we have experienced several significant changes, especially in fertilizer industry. Fertilizer monetary system developed by Government of India. There was a sales through POS machines, capturing sales of each bag of fertilizer. It's amazing, about 550 million tons of fertilizer. 550 million tons of fertilizer sales, each bag sales to the farmer is recorded. You can imagine. 550 million tons of the bag you will calculate. So each and every bag is being recorded through the fertilizer monitoring system, where we are the integral part of that system. We have 1 million of farmer data bank pertaining to farmer demography, and will certainly help to be used for various plan through AI and other developing technology. As data is the fundamental thing, basic thing which is required by any technology. So that's about 1 million farmer data we have in our record. Digital connect and advisory services to the farmer and channel partner is being given for various agriculture activities. In rural technology front, use of drone DD spray of fertilizer and pesticide. You must have heard recently by the Prime Minister have started with the drone DD. So we are actively involved. We have developed about 50 drone DDs in the different part of the North India and our geography. These DDs were trained at Hyderabad with the drone technology, and now they have started using that drone in their area and developing technology among the spreading technology among to the farmers and field, and they have started earning out of that. You must have listened that Prime Minister have inaugurated these drone DD. Several times it has talked about them to how to help and increase the technology intervention with the rural ladies and women's. Our manufacturing plant requirement our manufacturing plant man requirement is 8 to 10% lower than traditional manufacturing plant due to technology we have used. As I mentioned, the technology have touched everything and nothing is left, be it human, any operation or any sector. Considering this in mind, business organization have to very vigilant to adopt at faster rate so that one should not miss the bus of these technology required to respective field. I am foreseeing another challenges in this technology era. How to sustain long-lasting impact of brand recall. This is yet to be assessed on the mind of consumer by using of these technology. So this is challenge which we are trying to assess, and still answer is yet to become. So this is all about what you have asked on this technology front.
So we're building a community here of industry magnates. The move is meant for cross-pollination of knowledge and building a knowledge-sharing community of corporate giants and industry experts. What are your thoughts about this initiative taken by Mr. Zishan Pathan, Mr. Heval Mehta, and the whole World Development Corporation team?
So you are asking the question related to DI. Well, good. I think feedback should also be taken. Tanay, I would appreciate the initiative of for practical and live experience sharing purpose by DirectorsInstitute and the people involved on that. While in today's scenario, there is no dearth of knowledge in these days in the technology world and in knowledge era world. So I think this is a good initiative taken by DirectorsInstitute. However, it would be more effective to add the service and facility to fill up the gap of ID or non-ID, if available in the various corporates, as you mentioned in your promotional webinar. It would be more effective to execute. It would be more effective to executive to joining WDC initiative, and through their wealth of diverse and expertise, corporate and nation can be benefited as a whole through all these initiatives. So I certainly appreciate the effort made by WDC to taking all these initiatives. So this was what we have asked about.
Yeah. Great, sir. It was fantastic conversing with you, and I'm confident that your insights will truly inspire future leaders. Thank you so much once again for joining us today, and wish you the best for your future endeavors.
Oh, thank you very much. I have enjoyed because you have taken the interview. So having the interview, the person like you, it's always give the pleasure to give the interview in extempore way.
Perfect, sir. I mean, pleasure is all mine. Have a great day ahead, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Well.
Cheers.